I don't know what
Okay,
you're
if you
talking
need the
about.
director
It kind of just goes
photography, I'll
up
be
and
sitting
down.
right here.
Okay,
The highest, 2481, so we get close to 25.
yeah. Okay. You ready?
Is this on?
It's on all the time. Welcome to Penny Cents. My name is Penny Carroll, owner, broker, and realtor at PCA Real Estate. And with me today is...
Kendall Berzicott, another realtor.
Yes, Kendall. Tell me a little bit about your family first. I know I threw that out of left field.
My family. So I have my husband, Ben. We've been together for...
Forever.
10 years, married 4, I think. And then I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, Ada.
She is a doll.
Yeah, she's spicy.
So if anyone follows you on Instagram, they see all kinds of cute pictures of her.
See all her antics, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so to start off, Penny Cents, we'd like to tell you how the market's doing right now. We currently have about how many homes on the market?
2,500?
2,500. And so that is getting close. I think that's the most that we've had on the market since, like Kristen said last week, December of 2021. And then about half of those are new construction homes. Days on market is getting a little bit longer. When you have to choose between the buying and selling side, what do you tend to lean more into?
They're both very different. You know,
Uh-huh.
I've definitely kind of been leaning more into the selling side lately, which is interesting as things are starting to change a little bit in
Right.
the marketplace, setting expectations for sellers on, things aren't what they were a year ago.
Right.
But also with the buying side, I think it's really exciting because most of the time it's, either upgrading, first home, things like that. I just think it's so fun to be a part of that process and
Right.
to get somebody in a home for the first time or for their family if they're looking for something a little bigger to kind of meet their needs.
And I think with the buying side of it, there's so many things to take into an account, and it's fun to help them discover what they
Yeah.
like. I think of Homestyles. For you, when you're thinking of Homestyle, what comes to mind for you, Kendall?
Two different things come to mind, but when I think of Homestyle, I'm thinking, how is this client or family going to utilize the home? What's the space that they need? When we do kind of a buyer consultation, I'll ask them, what is it you're looking for in a home? And depending on what their situation is, if they're just a first-time home buyer, they're living by themselves, they're going to have a lot different use for the space than a young family who's now got kids or another one on the way, or somebody maybe who wants to downsize a little bit.
Right.
So just kind of the use of the space, the style of the home, how it functions for that family is really important.
So one aspect is the functionality of the home styles. Another thing to think about or consider in home style is maybe location. So I was just talking to a young mom, and we were talking about country living. They'd love to be on an acreage.
Everybody would.
I know, versus city. But she brought out a good point. She said, I can't just pop the stroller out and put the baby in and walk around. If it's a neighborhood, if it's a neighborhood that there's no sidewalks.
Yeah.
So the country living might be appealing, but when you're thinking about kids and running around or riding your bikes, that's a little bit different. Or location to city, amenities, doctors, stores, things like that.
Well, and having kids too, just like proximity, like to neighbors and other kids. And if you want, sometimes if you're kind of out by yourself,
Right.
you don't have that.
Another part of style would be when I think of old home versus new home, I feel like in the older homes you get more space and maybe some more, mature landscaping, things like that.
Yeah.
That you don't get in the new construction.
blinds.
Yeah. Blinds, curtains, a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Versus new construction, you might be getting all the bright and shiny, bells and whistles, and you don't have to do any remodeling.
Yeah.
But maybe smaller square
footage
foot.
is probably a little bit less.
Landscaping.
Yeah, you gotta
sod,
do all that yourself.
A couple shrubs. You just did a remodel on your home. I would say I'd consider your home on more of the newer side.
Yeah, 2010. So it's a little bit older, but it's still fairly new. But definitely with that age, like there's starting to be things that cosmetically
Right,
can be
right.
updated, because there was a lot of brown back in the 2010s.
Right.
So
Killing beige.
that's what I'm finding is
Uh-huh.
just like, the cosmetic updates more so than any like major improvement, which
Sure.
I'm totally fine with. Yes.
So those are all good things to keep in mind when you're buying and selling and investing in real estate. And really happy to have Kendall on our team, working hard for buyers and sellers. If someone wants to get a hold of you, which method do you prefer?
Call, text, email. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Put my information in this.
It's all on the screen.
Yeah.
Solomon will magically have it appear.
Right here.
So thank you for tuning in again to Penny Cents, and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Nice.
Okay.